Hello, my name is Dan, and welcome to Team Theme. If you enjoy theme park history, please consider clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. In this video, we'll be heading over to the south of England to explore the varied and complex history of Chessington World of Adventures. Some of you may know that the building of the Room on the Broom Storytime attraction is called Burnt Stub Mansion, and is told to be the oldest structure the site still withholds. But you may wonder, why the name Burnt Stub? Well, firstly, we need to go way back in the 14th century when the mansion was built. According to sources, it was a venue for an archery school and had visits from Queen Elizabeth I, and at this time it was called the Chessington Lodge. The Chessington Lodge was burnt to the ground, being part of the destruction of the Civil War. However, it was rebuilt immediately and was renamed to the Burnt Stub because of this. The mansion and its surrounding area was bought by several entrepreneurs over hundreds of years, but the most significant investor was Reginald Goddard in 1931. Goddard was an animal enthusiast and was keen to show off his private animal collection, and Chessington was the best fit. He named this attraction the Chessington Zoo. Chessington Zoo was a massive success at the time, accordingly having over 200,000 guests. Sadly, Goddard died at 1946, and shortly after, Chessington became its own company. Quite possibly, the most important year for Chessington was in 1978, when the Two Swords Group bought Chessington, making it under the same family as Alton Towers and later Thorpe Park. The Two Swords Group believed that the site had a potential to become a theme park, with construction beginning at the 80s. They also renamed the park with the additional phrase of World of Adventures. At 1987, several iconic British attractions opened. This included the opening of the log flume Dragon River and the Magic Carpet, which formed the area Mystic East and featured several large theming items such as the massive green Buddha. 87 also saw the opening of the classic monorail safari Skyway, which circulated throughout most of the park. Calamity Canyon also opened this year, being a Wild West area featuring the runaway train. The area Circus World also opened, including the Flying Jumbos and the Clown Around coaster. The only dark ride to open this year was the Fifth Dimension, being a very unique and strange ride. The rocking pirate ship Smuggler's Galleon opened the additional year in 1988, and in 1989 it was part of a new pirate-themed area known as the Smuggler's Cove. This year also opened the flat ride Juggler. John Wardley, a highly praised employee, planned the next major themed area to be known as Transylvania, and he planned to have an inverted coaster and a dark ride around this new site. These rides were later to be known as the Vampire and the Professor Burp's Bubbleworks, which was themed to a fizzy pop factory. John Wardley's new area opened at 1990. The investments flattened down for a while, with only the Toy Town Truckers opening in 93. However, Chessington was back on track at 1994 with the next themed area, Forbidden Kingdom, which overhauled the area of the Fifth Dimension. Forbidden Kingdom was home to the Terror Tomb Dark Ride, where you followed the evil Abdab animatronic throughout various vibrant scenes. The Top Spin Ramesses Revenge was later added to Forbidden Kingdom at 1995. Other minor investments happened during 1995, such as the opening of Seastorm, and the Juggler relocated to Forbidden Kingdom with the new name of Rodeo, as well as the Flying Jumbos being relocated as well. 1996 marked the end of Circus World and was the introducer of the Chessington Carousel. The rough but fun Wild Mouse Coaster Rattlesnake opened in 1998, being within the Calamity Canyon. The intense flat ride Samurai awakened during 1999 within the Mystic East area, with Dragon River renamed to Dragon Falls. Calamity Canyon also had a minor retheme to Mexicana, and the Smuggler's Galleon was renamed to the Black Buccaneer, with the new area Pirates Cove. The Magic Carpet and Circus Tent also left the park before 2000. To kick kick off the new century, Chessington went big and used the comic book company Beano to make a fun, action-packed area. The area included Billy's Whizzer, Roger the Dodger Dodgems, and Action Man Training HQ. The Toy Town roundabout also left the park during 2000. 2001 saw the opening of Toadie's Crazy Cars, Berry Bouncers, and the Bash Street Bus. And as far as animal investments this year, we saw the new area Trail of the Kings. Throughout 2001, Vampire was SB&O, and the park were deciding what to do with the coaster moving forward. So in 2002, the Vampire was rebranded to just Vampire and had a longer queue line installed, as well as purple Vekoma trains. The frightening Terror Tomb was softened in 2002 with the addition of laser guns and the removal of Abdab using a new name of Tomb Blaster. Dennis Madhouse also opened within Beanoland this year. The Burnt Stub Mansion building was partly used in 2003 to hold the new walkthrough attraction Hocus Pocus Hall, making use of the park's heritage. John Wadley planned another themed area at Chessington called Land of the Dragons, which opened at 2004. The staple attraction for this new area will be the sickening spinning coaster named Dragon's Fury, accompanied by Griffin's Galleon, Sea Dragons, and the Dragon's Playhouse, all of which are still operating to this date. Samurai was relocated to Chessington's neighbour park, Thorpe Park, as it didn't fit Chessington's guests' interests, but to make up for the loss, Peaking Heights was added in 2005. Rodeo was also removed in 2005 for further developments. When it came to 2006, Professor Burt's Bubbleworks was appearing worn down and tacky, so a controversial decision was made to retheme the ride to just Bubbleworks, with a sponsorship of Imperial Leather. This received highly negative reviews. At this point, Two Swords had been struggling throughout the 2000s and were keen to sell their company. Merlin Entertainments bought the group in 2007 and used their talents to construct the Chessington Safari Hotel during the year of purchase. Merlin incorporated their Sea Life brand to Chessington as an aquarium in 2008. After 10 years of making memories, the beloved Beanoland area closed, with a more mature theme set to replace it. This would be known as Wild Asia, as Merlin wanted to give Chessington more of an educational vibe than fantasy. Billy's Whizzer was rethemed to the Monkey Swinger, Roger the Dodger Dodgems was rethemed to Tuk Tuk Turmoil, and the Bash Street Bus was rethemed to the Jungle Bus. The addition to come with Wild Asia was the Cobra. During 2012, Merlin Entertainments was able to use the brand Madagascar with an agreement with DreamWorks. They used this as an advantage to overhaul Toy Town with the retheme to Africa. This saw a new live show at the park called Madagascar Live, featuring characters from the hit movie. To make seating available to watch the show, the Flying Jumbos were relocated to the old rodeo site and repainted to fit its new area. Berry Bouncers also had a new overlay of Jungle Bouncer. 2013 focused more on the educational side of Chessington with the interactive animal ride Zoofari Ride into Africa. Throughout this year, the runaway train was SB&O to make way for the clean retheme in 2014 to Scorpion Express. In 2016, Merlin tried to expand Chessington's entertainment options with a new show style called Pandemonium, using animatronic pandas and entertainers to tell a story. But this proved to be highly cheesy and boring, so the show discontinued the year following. On September 6, 2016, the beloved Bubbleworks closed for good, with all items being auctioned off. The departure of Bubbleworks led to Transylvania's renaming to Wild Woods, with the new dark ride, the Gruffalo River Ride Adventure. The year also saw the classic carousel to be replaced with an extremely detailed adventure tree carousel. The Bear Dragon Falls was the next of the Chessington classics to be overhauled. So in 2018, new tigers were imported to the Dragon Falls area and led to Peaking Heights removal. Dragon Falls became Tiger Rock and Mr. Geese became Land of the Tiger. A softer attraction opened in 2019 with Hocus Pocus Hall being replaced with a new child-friendly walkthrough known as Room in the Broom Storytime. As far as we know for Chessington's investments for 2020 and beyond, we can only speculate as nothing has been advertised to lure guests into the new year. We can hope a new coaster gets installed though. Before the video ends, make sure to express your memories in the comment section down below of Chessington. My name is Dan, and thanks for watching Team Theme. Thank you, and good night.